Friends, very happy to meet you all in yet another session. And in today's session, the topic for discussion is one of the commonly found topics in any retail curriculum in general. Yes, we are going to discuss about the click and brick models of retailing. Needless to say, both these are quite commonly experienced by each and every one of you, and click model of retailing, it obviously relates to the online presence of the retailer, whereas the brick model of retailing that relates to the physical presence of this particular retailer. So how these click and brick models of retailing helps the retailer in order to deliver a kind of a combined or rather consolidated experience to the customers. That's what we are going to discuss as part of this session today. So when I say click and brick models of retailing, yes, these are the ones which help us in getting the products or product related information directly to the consumers. And business model means that you run a physical store as well as an online store. So today it is not the choice of the retailer, rather it is the necessity for a retailer to keep both online and offline presence as part of their retail business model. And this sometimes we even refer as click and mortar or omni-channel retail. But when I start discussing about omni-channel retail, there needs to be some kind of consistency, uniqueness, the way they are offering products both in online as well as in offline. The business model combines these two, as I told you earlier. Why? Because today's consumers are highly tech savvy and they want informations at the very click of the mouse or the very click of the retail app in their smartphones. So they are highly impatient. So definitely they won't wait till the time they take pains of visiting the store and then collect this information. So if they want to really know about some of the new products that are launched, then immediately they go to the online website of the particular retailer and try to collect this particular information. So the combination becomes rather a forced choice, and it is inevitable in terms of staying competitive in the market. The second one, the sales channels, if you look at it, in the click model of retailing, you have the online website of the particular company and also the mobile apps. Today, more than the website, the visits to the mobile apps are highly frequent and large number of consumers are getting attracted towards that. Needless to say, sometimes they even find the mobile app more convenient and they may even download it from the app store or the particular site. But at the same time, physical retail is also very important, because sometimes what is missing in the click model of retailing is the touch and feel, which probably the physical store can provide. So these three serve as a sales channel, because you find an opportunity to sell the product across the online store, that is the website or the mobile app, or even in the physical store format. The other one is the reach of the customers. If you look at it, customer reach is again a very important aspect, and when you have both click and brick model of retailing, say for example, if you decide to have your store in a particular location, then definitely customers in that particular location are reached effectively with your physical presence. But at the same time, if you want to expand your presence from the local geography to a region or a country or even the entire globe, then this click model of retailing will help you to a very large extent, because this gives access to consumers across the globe. So the very important sophistication the technology provides to the consumers is the presence of the retailer in the online. So it could be in the form of a website or the mobile app, as we discussed earlier, and that would bring in the kind of customer reach that you require. The third one is convenience, which we have been discussing across several sessions, and the visit they want to make to the physical store during business hours is one restriction, because the store is not open 24/7. So in that case, they are supposed to visit the store when it is open. But that is not the case with the online stores. As you all know, it is operating 24/7. Even in midnight, you can open the mobile app and complete your shopping possible. If you want to gift someone and you want to make it as a surprise gift, then probably you can make this possible by way of ordering the product online and get it delivered to the concerned person. All these are possible. So this is something which gives you the kind of very measured effort from the side of the consumers, because being a physical store, you have a lot of constraints in terms of operation, but that is not the case with this online store. Another characteristic of this is the kind of other mechanisms that are relevant to this particular click and brick models of retailing. One is the inventory management. Now you can have centralized inventory management for both channels. Sometimes what happens when the inventory is maintained at the centralized level, suppose a customer is ordering a product from location X, then definitely the centralized inventory management can locate which is the nearest point. It could be the warehouse, or it could even be the physical store, or it could be even the franchise outlet from where that particular product can be shipped to the consumer, because this will reduce the waiting time for consumers, and at the same time the cost of shipping can also be very, very less. Another thing is the kind of experience. In-store experience and online experience are totally different. In-store experience, as I told you earlier, offers you with the touch and feel experience, whereas online experience can give you a lot of convenience. So how about integrating these two, so that whenever a consumer decides to buy a product, they can make use of both in-store as well as this online experience, and combine these two and thereby integrate it and offer it as the best customer experience. The third one is the target market. Now that you have this click model, as I told you, the brick model can only cater to a restricted geographic area where you may have a particular type of consumers. But in this case of click model of retailing, it gives you a wide range of customers who may have varying demographics, varying needs and requirements. And sometimes it also gives you the scope of understanding the different needs of the consumers and thereby give a good choice for them to shop. So this is again a very interesting aspect as far as this click model of retailing is concerned. And one more thing, since it gives a global access, many a time, they also try to understand the global consumer needs and try to bring products even to our own domestic markets. The third one is personalization. The fourth one is personalization, where the personalized recommendations of consumers which they receive through online can be made. Today I am saying that even pencils are bearing the names of the users. You can order a set of pencils with your name. You can order a set of wallets with your name. You can order a set of what do you call the basic set of specific pen or even personalized gifts like diaries, notebooks, everything can be personalized and offered. So this gives a very interesting scope for you to personalize and sell the products most effectively. Marketing, when you look at marketing, you can utilize digital and traditional marketing strategies to reach to your consumers. As I told you, marketing can be done more effectively when you are having this click model of retailing. Today, social media and the flexibility that it provides to all the retailers is immense. It has immense opportunities for you to reach out to consumers directly, unlike the traditional media. So marketing today is one-to-one, which is made possible with the help of the so-called click model of retail. Then data collection, you can collect customer data online as well as in store, but this data must be used in a more productive way so that the retailers can identify certain potential buyers in the entire group who can make purchases frequently and in the near future also. That will help you to run promotional campaigns for them specifically. Then of course you have the potential to expand. You can scale quickly, you can scale up quickly with online as well as physical stores, because now your reach is no more restricted, and thereby you can have a very, very effective and very, very wonderful chance of reaching out to a large pool of audience. Finally, the operating cost. It requires investment. There is no doubt. You have to invest in both physical as well as digital assets. And sometimes, based on the location, opening and then maintaining exclusive outlet may be expensive because of the fixed cost and variable cost that are involved. There are certain markets where the real estate costs are also very high. So you have to take all these into account, and thereby you may be able to do a better job. There are certain key components which we need to take into consideration as far as this click and brick models of retailing is concerned. The first one is the physical store presence, which is a key component. When we talk about that, all those concepts that you have learned earlier with reference to choice of a location for your store, how well you can probably identify the potential that is available in that particular location, all that. The second one is the e-commerce platform, which is growing in a big way, very big way, and all these e-commerce platforms need to be balanced well in terms of the product collection, in terms of your product choices. But one thing which you may have to understand is, many a time the retailers are also strategically position their products. Recently I went to Basics to buy a sports shoe in a mall in Chennai, and I found that the products that they are having in these stores are so unique and latest. When I asked the concerned sales executive that I want to know what is the online price for this particular product, then he said that, sir, you won't find this product online, because we run our website or mobile app where you will find products that are introduced little earlier, and these are all the products which were launched last week, and it will take some time for you to get these products online. Then I also checked myself and found what he said was true. So this is how sometimes they strategically position the products. So those who want to have the latest releases of products, they are forced to visit the physical store and make the purchase. Because many a time it is the latest collection that drives footfalls into the physical stores. And the little older collections may be available across the e-commerce platforms. Similarly, the mobile app and technology that you are using also have excellent presence. But again, you may have to identify. Earlier, there was a big gap in terms of price between the click model and brick model. But now that gets narrowed down, and in certain cases, it is balanced. So it is offered at the same price, whether it is a physical store or the online store. Then the cross-channel inventory is also again very important. How you are able to manage the inventory so that no disappointment for customers, whether they are entering into a retail store physically or they log on to the company website or even the mobile app, there should not be any disappointment for customers. And sometimes what happens, the customers are also given a choice that this product may be made available in the shortest span of time, so that they want the customer to just wait for some time to get this product before they decide to go to their competitors. So the cross-channel inventory is also a very important key component in terms of driving and achieving a balance between this click as well as the brick model of retail. How the revenue streams work in this case? Sales revenue, of course, is the major chunk of revenue that you get out of it. And click to brick, suppose as visiting the store may get the customers to buy more because you are presenting the product and lure the customer by way of having excellent visual merchandising strategies in place, which sometimes make customers to buy the product impulsively, rather compulsively. So visiting the store will definitely give customers a chance to buy more. The same example I told you, when I went to buy the shoes, I end up buying the shoes, accessories that I use along with that. So it is a kind of, cross-selling opportunity for the retailer when the customer visits the store physically. And using the Gruen effect, they can purchase more stuff. And so when I say this Gruen effect, it is the kind of psychological phenomenon which happens when people are in a visually complex or stimulating environment. As I told you, in the physical store, you can use your visual merchandising strategies and lure the consumers to buy more. Because when you present something that is so visual and very attractive, there is every chance that customers psychologically will get attracted towards it and end up buying the product impulsively. And this is what is this Gruen effect. The other one is the delivery fee, which probably occurs added to the final pricing when you are buying the product on the click model of retail. Next one is the subscription model, like loyalty programs, where if you go to a store also, they even say sometimes, sir, your loyalty got expired, loyalty card got expired, why don't you pay the subscription and renew it? And when you do so, in this purchase you gain some discount. So this is the way they make you subscribe. The other one is the service fee. Sometimes they make special service fees along with that. This may be more applicable to service retailing as well. So these are all the ways by which the retailer stands to develop or probably create a revenue model. What are the advantages of this click and brick model of retailing for the business, meaning the retailers? Improved flexibility of operations, no doubt about that. Because as we discussed earlier today, having both models concurrently will present to you a lot of opportunities to reach out to the consumers and thereby expanding your consumer base. Then increased brand and business growth you are able to achieve better growth, not only for your business, but also your brand stands to reach out to a large number of consumers. And you can also reach out to a wider audience. Thereby, it increases the potential of your business. It expands across geographies. And when you are addressing to a large number of audience, there is a chance that more number of consumers will end up buying, and some of them may even become your loyal consumers in the days to come. So this will increase the customer loyalty, no doubt about that. Then you can also improve your data management and data utilization, because you gain to get a lot of consumer data that gives a lot of insights about the consumer behavior and their profile, everything. And this can also be helpful in terms of providing personalized and improvised customer experience. So every customer coming to you will go with a memorable, long-lasting, impactful experience. That is another important advantage for the business. Then better inventory management, as I told you, when you are maintaining the inventory in a very centralized way, there you can manage your inventory more effectively. And there is also a lot of transparency, which will indicate where you need to focus so that no disappointments await consumers in terms of stockouts or late delivery of products. Then of course, this gives a lot of scope and larger avenues for revenue for the retailer. So these are all considered to be some of the advantages for the businesses. And if you look at all these advantages are completely capitalized by the retailers only when they have the click as well as brick models of retailing specifically being implemented as part of their business model. What is it for the consumers or the customers? First and foremost is convenience. Now I have a choice, and it is up to me. I can go visit a store, feel the product and order online, or I can choose the product online, go to the store and buy. In both cases, it gives me excellent convenience of buying the product, and a lot of information I can access with reference to the product, its price, its other advantages, characteristics, uniqueness, what not. And it gives me a flexibility, as I told you earlier. I can decide where I am going to make the final purchase, whether it is in the click or in the brick model of retail. And why I do so? It may be because of convenience, or it may be because of the price advantage I have, or it may be because of the product availability, anything. And then enhanced customer experience. That's what every customer will look forward when they go and buy products from a retail house. Here it is possible to extend and enhance the customer experience both online as well as offline. Yes, there are certain disadvantages too. For the business, high initial investment, especially with reference to setting up of physical stores. For a physical retailer, getting into the click model may not cost much. But if you are a click model of retailer, and if you want to get into the brick model, then definitely you require high initial investment. Another one is complex logistics and supply chain management, because when you decide to expand your business globally through your online presence, then you have to probably come across the complexities that are involved in the logistics and supply chain management. And finally, difficulty in maintaining consistency. It is not easy for you to maintain consistency, because sometimes, somewhere, there is every possibility that you may go wrong. So, better monitor the process very closely so that you can get rid of this. And what are the disadvantages for customers? Limited product availability or choice. As I told you, if you go to a store, you get latest ones. If you buy online, then you may have to compromise on products that are little earlier, which were introduced little earlier. The next one is high prices or shipping costs. Sometimes the shipping costs are quite high because the product reaches from a distance. Sometimes based on your urgency, the product may be shipped through a particular mode. A multimodal transit may also be required. In that case, the shipping cost may go up. Sometimes the prices are also different across these models. Inconsistent customer experience or support. Sometimes, online buying, still people are having a kind of, difficulty with reference to buying online because of the lack of customer support. Some of them, they even prefer buying the product from stores because there is at least some kind of, reference point. At least you go to the store and then talk to the same salesperson who sold the product. But when you are buying online, no such, facilities available. You have to depend more on the customer support. And if there is any consistency, then it is good. Otherwise, it is not good. Then privacy or security concerns, especially with reference to online purchase, is still a very big concern, which probably drives away a particular portion of your customers, the target customers, which is also considered to be a disadvantage. Given these disadvantages, it doesn't mean that these disadvantages are unmanageable. No. If you have a strategy in place, you can convert these disadvantages into your advantage. And that is where, the chunk of customer choices as well as the personalization expectations all can be met very effectively. There are a lot of examples we can quote. One is the Nike, the global sportswear giant. They have both physical stores as well as very extensive e-commerce platform. So this gives a lot of scope for the Nike customers to shop. Then you have the brick and mortar stores where you can try the products. There are stores globally where Nike has got a small track where you can wear the shoes and then even run. They do have some fitness equipments, something like a treadmill where you can probably run and then check the product stability and the comfort that you have. So this experience is very, very important. Okay, and it also has its online platform, not just for sales, but also it helps the brand to engage with customers through exclusive releases, personalized recommendations, and digital experience. Sometimes they make customers to be a part of the clubs that they run virtually, and the customers may even stand a chance of getting some discount codes and things like that. So digital experiences as well as store experiences make the Nike buying unique kind of experience. The next one is Apple. Of course, needless to say, Apple stores are serving as a very important connect between brand Apple and its buyers, and they have both brick as well as click model. And Apple stores offer customers a wonderful opportunity to interact with Apple products. You can try, you can check, you can compare various options that Apple provides in every category. They also have the technical support being offered at these stores. You can participate in workshops and events as well. In addition to this physical store, Apple also operates online store where you can make purchases, you can buy accessories, you can even claim a service request you can raise, which will be at the same level of convenience and security as you experience in its physical store. And this consistency is very important. And if you can have this consistency, then definitely you stand to deliver a very unique experience to your consumers. Then IKEA, as a very leading furniture retailer from Sweden, they combine its iconic blue and yellow stores, large stores, huge stores, hypermarkets, where they have a very lively experience of product display. Another thing is a product demonstration they make. And another thing is they also have the e-commerce presence where either the customers can visit these IKEA stores to interact with the products, or they can take advantage of in-store services, something like, the home delivery or the furniture assembly. And it also provides scope for customers to lure their taste buds by having restaurants and play areas for children. And IKEA's online store, on the other side, it enables customers to browse its entire catalog of products. They can also plan their purchases. They have the virtual room planners where you can see for yourself how the product will look like in your house. Even in the mobile app, that particular option is available. So that before you make a purchase, you can see how the product fits into our entire, plan and things like that. This gives again a very wonderful experience. This is about IKEA. So friends, with this we come to the end of this particular session. A quick recap of what we discussed so far. As I told you, the click and brick model is the most inevitable model in which the retailers stand to provide a very unique and personalized customer experience. Thereby, they are able to expand their products globally, and at the same time, they are able to bring in more revenue options to build the revenue model for them. And this you and me have experienced, and it is not something that is so new to you. As buyers, as shoppers, as customers, you might have experienced all these things. So if you can relate these concepts with your own experience, I think that will be the best learning that you can have as far as this particular topic is concerned. Thank you very much for your patient listening. I will meet you in yet another session. Till then, bye-bye.